We have learned how to report a bug, basically highlighting a visual problem, helping out helping out the dev team to be able to understand exactly what the problem is, so they don't have to read a manual instruction that could be misinterpreted. Basically, the only thing they need to do is to click a link, and it all works. Well, there is a second way you can do this. This is kind of like reporting a visual bug when the bug is already there. There's also a way of kind of creating a test checklist, okay? So I'm going to demo that right now. So we're going to call it checklists. I'm going to do animal checklist. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit this record button. Well, first of all, this is, what was it again? Let's go to the lab and make sure. If we go here into visual bugs, it's visual bugs like that. Copy that here, hit save, and then I'll double click here and you can see it's opening up to visual bugs. Okay, very good. Now, instead of just saying, okay, I want to report this bug because I found them, I can start by recording a checklist instead. So I'll hit this report and I record and I just click next, click through the slideshow, okay? Very good. That's the whole slideshow, right? We're back to the elephants. Now, I'll go here, just in the top, and I'll just add a new action just underneath. I'll use this little plus button to add an action underneath. And I'll create a comment and I'll highlight something that I know won't change in the page. Let's say, let's go here and just highlight and say, check if label is okay. So what I'm doing is I'm creating an automated checklist and I say, press pass if okay, for instance, right? Now, in this condition, I can actually do this show selection for pass fail. So what I'll do is I'll basically copy this action that's going to give me this dialog and I'll paste it after all the next buttons, right? Every time we click a button, I want to show this message to tell the tester, can you make sure that this is all right? The point, what we're trying to do here is instead of having testers testing in an environment and then, forcing them to basically manually keep track, we want to kind of give them a way to go through the test case and just go through this checklist and be able to press pass or fail depending if the condition is good or not. So basically that will just show you here. If we run this now, I can run a reload here too. If we run this now, we can see it's going through, it hits visual bugs, and it shows you the message, right? And it tells you, is this label okay? Press passive okay. And if you see now, it only has a next item. So what I'm going to try and do, I'm just going to rerun it so it makes sure that it gets me this condition, okay? Yeah, now we have it. So now, as you can see here, is the label okay? It's an elephant, right? We see it's an elephant, okay? Pass. I should have perhaps positioned this box a little bit differently, but never mind right now. It's a cheetah, pass. I see that's a lion, pass. But that's not a leopard, I go fail. That's a giraffe, pass. That's a meerkat, pass. That's not a zebra though, fail. Now, of course, my test is concluded and I can go and I get a report just like like an automated test. It's basically what we would call a hybrid test or a human assisted test. So it's basically automated test steps that guides the tester to do certain checkpoints to see if this is good or not. And then, of course, all the clicks in between is automated. So it's a guided test journey to be able to go through scenarios like this, which is useful when you have like certain steps that are qualitatively, when you need to make some assessment. Does this look good? Is this correct? Which a computer cannot determine.